Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting from Bemis, Tennessee, or South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to report today's, or share with you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next couple of days or so, momentarily. Had some thunderstorms move through early this morning around the 8 o'clock hour. They dumped a little bit of rain here in the Bemis area, but they moved on. They were not severe. There was a significant weather advisory for a few counties to our north, but flash flooding took place up in Missouri, Boot Hill and that area of Missouri, and some later on in the afternoon for northern Mississippi. But the flash flooding moved around Jackson, or missed Jackson, basically. That's all right. No offense toward them. But anyways, it turned out to be a fair day. The sun came out toward about 3 or 4 o'clock, I believe it was, and turned out to be a beautiful evening here in Jackson. And that should continue throughout the evening. I'll show you the satellite picture in just a moment. First of all, go ahead and look at the climate data for the evening. As of 5 p.m. here in the Bemis area, the skies were partly cloudy. The temperature was 79 degrees. Yes, below 80 degrees at 5 o'clock here in Jackson. How about that? The dew point was 68 degrees. The humidity was at 69%. The wind was out of the west at 6 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 30.17 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature in Bemis was 67 degrees. The high today made it up to 83 degrees. There was no significant heat index. And rainfall-wise, I had 52 hundredths of an inch of rainfall here in the Bemis area. I believe the Jackson airport had only about 2 hundredths of an inch out there. So that gives you an idea how scattered the thunderstorms were early this morning, mainly over the city of Jackson itself. Again, 52 hundredths of an inch here in the Bemis area. Alright, that puts me up around 5.5 inches for the month, and pretty close to 37 inches for the year on precipitation. Alrighty, since midnight through 5 p.m., the lowest humidity would be 66%. The highest would be 97%. Lowest dew point temperature would be 65 degrees. The highest would be 70 degrees. Lowest barometric pressure would be 30.17 inches of mercury, while the highest would be 30.25 inches of mercury. Today's highest wind gust was northwest at 18 miles per hour, and that occurred around 7 a.m. this morning. Today's records for June the 27th, today's hottest high would be a scorcher, 105 degrees, and that happened in 1954 and in 1988. The coolest high for today would be 77 degrees in 1966, while the warmest low would be 78 degrees, and that occurred in 1969, and the coldest low or coolest low would be 53 in 1958. Hold on a second, please. And to get a drink of a little liquid to ease my throat. Today's rainfall record would be 2.39 inches, and that fell in 1960. Alrighty, that's the basic climate summary for the evening. I'm going to show you the radar and the satellite pictures and tomorrow's national forecast map, and a brief on the local details, and that'd be it for tonight. There's really nothing on the radar to show you tonight compared to last night. We almost had a thunderstorm here in Jackson last night. Almost made a liar out of me. if I may say so, jokingly. It tried to rain a little bit to our west and north, especially up around the Medina, Milan, and Gibson County, Carroll County, Huntington, over into Benton County, and those areas last night. Of course, you knew about the severe thunderstorm warning up there around Martin, Tennessee. I think they had some hail up there in that part of West Tennessee, but that severe weather, or that intense of the thunderstorm, missed the Jackson area last night. But we had one this morning, but it wasn't severe at the time, even though it was a pretty heavy thunderstorm with a lot of lightning involved in it. Tonight the radar is fairly clear. All that blue you see in around Memphis, that's all ground clutter, temperature inversion, you name it, and it stretches all the way to Jackson, but no precipitation. The only precipitation left is over in up around Paris Landing and Big Sandy, those areas near the Tennessee River, but those showers are beginning to diminish now that the sun's going down, and the radar is going to probably come pretty clear overnight since the sun has decided, well, it's time for it to set. Already has set, matter of fact. Alright, let me see. Let me move it down to cover one area that I haven't looked at in a little while. Let's look at the southeast section of the country. That's where the rain is, over Middle Tennessee. Look at that. Pretty heavy over there near Nashville and just west and north of Nashville. And on up into Kentucky a little bit. Pretty heavy over in those areas. Alright. And a little bit over in eastern Tennessee, near the Crossville, Cookville area. There's some storms over there. Looks like it's drifting northwest, sort of. That's a weird direction to be moving in. There's some storms down there in southern Alabama, southern Mississippi, right along the Gulf Coast down in that area, but all those storms will probably diminish fairly soon now that the sun's going down there as well. But that's the main area of precipitation tonight in the state of Tennessee, mainly over Middle Tennessee near Nashville and a few miles to the west. Maybe as far west as at least Dixon, maybe not quite as far as Waverly, but in that general area there. Alright, but not much here in West Tennessee though. We're kind of in the clear of that. Alright, let me see what it looks like down in Florida this evening. That radar is showing Florida is in pretty good shape, except for the southwest corner down there. They had some last night down in that area, but it's not quite as widespread tonight as it was last night. Otherwise, most of Florida is fairly clear, as you can see, of precipitation anyways. Going to go way over there to the Florida-Alabama border to catch any rain, and some heavy storms just off the coast down there, as you can see according to this radar. Little rain over in South Carolina in a few spots, and there you see the rain up there near Nashville. Alright, let's look at the satellite picture. Tennessee is trying to clear out over here in West Tennessee, as you can see. And there you see the clouds over Middle Tennessee, where all those showers and storms are taking place. Clear in East Tennessee. How about that? West Tennessee's fairly clear. East Tennessee's fairly clear. Cloudy in Middle Tennessee. Poor Middle Tennessee's getting picked on tonight. Well, West Tennessee kind of got picked on last night a little bit with those storms moving through like they did. But that's nature for you. Let me see. Going south, let me see what it looks like down along the Gulf Coast. Clear spots and a few cloudy spots, as you can see from this radar view. And let me see. Of course, it's not too bad up here. I think I can get a Florida only on here, I think. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Or can I? Maybe not. Oh, Tampa, Florida. That'd be an ideal. Let's look at it real quick. Yeah, here we go. A full satellite view of the state of Florida. Reasonably clear overall. Few clouds scattered around down the area. But you see what it looks like down in Florida. Where the clouds are and where the skies are clear in other spots. The east side of Florida looks pretty good. The west side, almost 50-50. Well, maybe 60 clear and percent, maybe 40 cloudy. Now, maybe it's still a little under figure there. All right, let's look at another view on the satellite. Back up here to closer to Tennessee. Arkansas is in good shape. A good part of Missouri is in good shape. And a little bit of Illinois is in better shape tonight. Louisiana's not too bad, except along the coast. Texas is pretty good shape. Oklahoma's not too bad a shape tonight. Hey, finally. Cool. Alright, let's move on to the current surface map. According to the Weather Channel, it shows, let me get this map where I can show it to you a little bit better. It shows, let me see, the precipitation over Middle Tennessee. Otherwise, it's fairly clear around the area. And a little bit down to Florida, not a whole lot, down around the Gulf Coast, like I was looking at. Other than that, the nation's reasonably dry tonight. There's a few spots of rain in the parts of the country, but they're not really widespread, though. So a good summer night overall in the country this evening. A few isolated spots here and there that might be getting a little rain. Alright, let's look at tomorrow's national forecast map. Starting off with tomorrow morning, of course. And it looks like we may be dealing with a little bit of rain tomorrow morning along the Mississippi River, maybe just west of Jackson. And as you see where the locations are, along the Mississippi River, a few miles either way, almost east central Arkansas has got a chance for some light stuff tomorrow morning. Okay. And there you see the chances around the country are the other spots. Very isolated in spots, and even here is going to be light according to this. That's light green, not dark green. That makes a little bit of a difference there and how intense it may be. Alright, by midday, still a little bit of rain going on in parts of West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee again, and down in Mississippi. Over along the Appalachian Mountains. Some going on down in Florida tomorrow by midday. And there you see the other areas of where it's going to be raining midday tomorrow. Alright. By tomorrow night, though, I believe the rain is going to be gone from Tennessee. Statewide, even. There you see nothing in Tennessee, according to this map. By tomorrow night, the rain will be confined down in along the Gulf Coast and southern Mississippi and Louisiana, a little bit in Florida. Even Florida clears out, sort of, by tomorrow night. There you see the areas where it may be raining by tomorrow night in different parts of the nation by tomorrow night. Alright. Now let's look at the detailed forecast for the next couple of days for right here in Jackson and most of West Tennessee. I got to turn this around to make sure the recording turns out alright. Okay. Let me get this fixed where I can be ready to read it to you. For tonight, basically fair skies will continue here in Jackson, West Tennessee. We shouldn't have any surprise storms tonight, at least not as of right now. Put it that way. But the skies will go back to very cloudy conditions after midnight tonight, and be very cloudy to fair possible all the way to mid-afternoon tomorrow, 2 or 3 o'clock roughly. And there will be a 40% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Remember seeing those light green over the western sections of West Tennessee? That kind of would be confined to if it doesn't blow up too much. But right now, 40% chance tomorrow morning, up to around mid-afternoon. Then all the rain should be gone by tomorrow night at sunset, if not a little sooner. Then it should become fair by tomorrow night, near or after sunset. Low tomorrow morning near 66 degrees. High tomorrow around 86 degrees. And we have south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow. The sunset tonight at 8:15 p.m. The sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 5:41 a.m. and be setting at 8:15 tomorrow evening. By the way, we are at the latest sunset for the summer season already. The moon will be rising tomorrow morning at 2:37 a.m. and be setting at 4:06 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. By the way, the sun will be setting at 8:15 all the way up to about July 1st. Be the last day, July 1st, 8:15. Starting July 2nd to be setting at 8:14 and start going back the other way slowly, minute by minute, roughly. Alright, let me see. Friday, Saturday's for the weekend looks good. Fair skies both days. As of right now, Saturday and Sunday. Low of 68 Saturday, low of 70 Sunday weather. High of 91 Saturday, 92 Sunday. And we'll have south to southeast winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour over the weekend. It looks like mostly clear Monday, July 1st, low of 71, high of 93. West winds at 10 to 20. And it looks like the next chance for rain is coming Wednesday, July 3rd and 4th. But generally fair skies are expected those 2 days with a 40% chance of an afternoon scattered shower or thunderstorm. Of course, summer type pop up, last a few minutes and go on. Hopefully it won't occur while you're outdoors enjoying the holidays. But if it does, you probably can go inside for no more than an hour, if it even takes that long. 30 minutes to an hour is average, and then the storm should move on, and if it don't flood you out, you should be okay to resume whatever you was doing outdoors. That's the general rule on that. And there's only a 40% chance. It's not big. By the way, the 4th of July's low should be around 72 to high about 90 with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sun will be rising at 5:44 a.m. on Thursday, July 4th and be setting at 8:14 p.m. The moon will be rising at 7:38 a.m. and be setting at 10:10 p.m. that night. Alrighty, that pretty much covers the forecast for the next few days. We're not really all that bad a shape except for maybe tomorrow with a 40% chance, it's not huge, of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. And mainly confined to the morning hours, but may last till mid-afternoon, but definitely be gone, should be, by tomorrow night. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and leaving some nice comments. And I hope to get a chance to talk to you once more with another update by tomorrow night. And until then, good night and God bless you from Bemis, Tennessee.